Okay, I have a tree, small, excuse me, small apple tree that isn't doing well, and actually hasn't been doing well the last couple of years. What I think it is, I think the problem being is it's in the sun all day and it gets very little water, because there's a rule we don't go out and water our trees. Now, however, there is one part of the yard I'm trying to bring back, and it does get 15 minutes of flooding every morning, and there's room to put a tree there. So I'm going to take the tree from one place and move it to the other. I think it's going to be cold enough. You know, usually you don't want to start moving and transplanting and replanting trees in the warm weather, because it's right in the middle of feeding and the sap's running. So you try to wait as long as you can. But I'm going to try it now. So first I'm going to go dig a hole for it. But I'll ride by the tree to show you what I'm talking about. Get some of this crap out of the bucket for now. Loosen up the strap. You know, I can't figure it out. For some reason, this backhoe has a habit of lowering. So I have to put the strap on it. It's almost like it's losing, but I checked the fluid and the fluid's always there. I may have to bleed it, I don't know. We may get around to that. Alright, so I want to put the hole right there, so I may have to move over just a little bit. And I'm going to try to do this, so you guys can see what's going on. That may work, that may not. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a little bit of jerking going on. Could be air in it. And that could be why it's dropping down on me. So, I'm going to have to check the system, possibly bleed it. So here's where we are. They still have some good root system there, enough to take. So I'm going to put some bone meal in there, and then I'm going to start watering, wet the root system down, fill it in, and water it up as I go. Now there is an old hose buried down in there, so I'm going to just leave it there. I'm not going to bother pulling that out. It's not going to bother it. And some of the soil, as you can tell, is good. Some is sandy, some is good. But where it was basically all rock. So that also could have been the problem. So let me get the hose out, let me get some bone meal, and I'll be right back. Alright, now you don't need a lot of this stuff. This is actually for plants. Starting from the roots up. But they have for plants, they have for gardens, and they do have for larger things like trees. But this will work. I really don't want to fill it in with the bucket. A shovel and rake will do just fine. Yeah, this reminds me of a friend of mine. I consider him a friend. I've only known him a short time, but he seems like an okay guy. He's actually, I met him through a friend of mine who was a plumber. And I do a lot of trench digging for him with the backhoe. And I needed an electrician one day, as when I was having all these problems out here. So a friend of his that does his electrical work, he got a hold of him, and he came out. Now he didn't find the problem. He found a problem that was caused by the problem. When he was here, I said to him, well, what do I owe you? Give me $100. Well, that was cheap. Even though he didn't find the problem, doesn't mean he doesn't deserve to get paid. And he spent some time. In my opinion, a little bit more than $100 worth. So I gave him $100. And I told him, if you ever needed anything, let me know. And if I can help him, I will. He says, well, he does need a little trench dug out at his house. He says he's got to put some underground in, and he wants to hook up the generator to his house. So he needed somebody to dig out maybe 15, 18 feet long, a foot wide, and 20 inches deep, which you need 20 inches or better if you're going to run underground cable. So, there, you let me know. So he got a hold of me one day. He says, can you do it? I said, well, yeah, Wednesday, he said. This is going back now, at least a month. I go, yeah, Wednesday seems to be okay. So I load up the trailer, which by the time I get the trailer out of the yard and get the tractor on it and get it hooked up and all that, I can easily burn half hour, 45 minutes. And I get it all hooked up, and away I go. And he's about 40-minute ride. you know, because I can't go fast. If I was able to drive normal, half hour. All right, but it took me 40 minutes to get there. And I unload the tractor and I dig the trench to where he thought it should be. And then he asked me if I could clear off another piece because he wants to have a little slab put near the door. And so I did that, and I did some with the blade. And so if you got a shovel, let's just clean this up a little bit with the shovel. So he hands me a shovel. All right. So anyway, it's all done, and I load up and I take off. So we're talking 40 minutes up, 40 minutes back. Even if I say a half an hour to hook up here and another half an hour to get it off here at home, because I got to put the trailer and everything away, it only takes about 5 minutes or so, maybe 10 minutes to get it on the trailer and off the trailer and tying it up and things. But you know, it's getting the trailer, hooking it up and all that kind of crap. So, and then it's 40 minutes back home. And then I was up there for maybe 3 hours. Not a big deal. All right, I felt I owed it to him, which I felt I did, so I did. I told him I'd help him, and I would. Well, a couple days later, he calls me back. He says, "Can you come up again?" He goes, "I got to dig about a foot more in length." All right. Now, his dirt is not hard. You know, it's not rocky. I mean, it's easy digging. And he says, "Can you come back up?" He says, I gotta make it about a foot longer," he goes, you know, by the 20 inches, which is probably about 4 shovelfuls. And at the time, unfortunately, I was at the pain management doctor. I said, "Listen, I'm having a problem with my back." You know, I said, "So, you know, it's not that it's an issue." I said, "But it's going to have to wait." And I couldn't tell you when. And he got back to me and says, "Don't worry about it. He'll find somebody else to come up there and dig it out." I'm thinking to myself, no, I know him. He's a good guy. But this is going to sound like I hate him. What's with this lazy fuck? He can't dig a hole. A foot. He can't dig a foot into his trench. It's already dug out. So he's not even digging in the fresh earth. All he's got to dig out is a foot down, longer, and 20 inches deep. Like I say, 3 or 4 shovelfuls. And it wasn't even hard digging. You know, what the fuck? Are you lazy or what? I mean, that's lazy. You want me to waste 3 to 4 hours of my time and labor loading things up like it doesn't take anything to load it up. You know, I just pop, I snap my fingers and it's done. To go up there, drive 40 minutes up and 48 minutes back after I'm there. All right? You know, so we're talking at least 2.5 hours just for travel and hookup time. Not counting the time that I'd be there, which wouldn't be hardly any time at all. All right? For something he can do in less than 5 minutes. I can do it in less than 5 minutes. It'll give me a little bit more. But even if it's 12 miles per gallon. All right, woof woof. You know, I'm burning about 6 gallons, maybe a little bit more of fuel, and a couple gallons of diesel. So, what are you barking at? Somebody over there? Huh? Somebody over there is not supposed to be? So that will actually run down, and it'll run down and water that, and it'll go down and water that other one down there. So we'll let that run for now, and I'll go through the hole. Let me get the bone meal out of there.